Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Welcome back. You are in a bit of an awkward angle because I broke my tripod and I haven't had a chance to get a new one. Hopefully I have a new one by the time for next week's video, but that's just what we're gonna have to deal with. You are on a bunch of books. It is lucky that I have a stand on my phone. Yes, I'm using the front-facing camera again, so I'm not gonna be looking at you. I actually found the perfect spot to have you guys where I could see, like, make sure I was in shot and use the back camera. If you didn't know, I just use my phone for filming. So yeah, and now today you have to be front-facing camera, and we're just gonna roll with it. We're just gonna roll, see what this is like. Anyway, so today's video is all about self-care. But first I want to say what self-care actually is, because this is something that kind of annoys me. Self-care has kind of become very commercialized, and so what is self-care? Well, despite what the internet and the media will have us believe, it's not about face masks and bath bombs and, you know, all that luxurious extra stuff. It's actually about looking after your overall well-being, you know, what this channel is about. And so it's not taking time to sit with a face mask on. It's about looking after yourself from your physical to your mental well-being. So some everyday self-care that you can do, and these are things that you are gonna know, like, you know this stuff. Doesn't mean you do it. I fall victim to it too. I'm lazy sometimes and don't do this, but the main things you can do that actually are real self-care are eat a balanced diet, exercise regularly, and shower. Shower might not seem like, you know, this thing that contributes to your overall well-being, but there's nothing better than looking after your appearance. Just a quick 5-minute shower can boost your mood, can make you feel more confident, so many more stuff, and it's just so good for your mental well-being, and obviously it's good for your physical being too, because you're not sitting in your own filth. So now we're just gonna talk about the extra things you can do, you know, self-care can be extra, but it doesn't have to be over the top, you know? You might not be into face masks. You might be more of what society would call masculine. So no face masks, no makeup, hair, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so you might not be into all of that, and that's fine. I mean, of course there's nothing wrong with being into that. I'm into that. I love a good face mask. Oh, good bubble bath, best thing ever. But you might not be into that, and they're not really, I mean, they can be things you can do on a really regular basis, but sometimes they're a bit too much. So I have, let's see, 7 extra things that you can do instead of face masks. Non-cutesy, shall we say, things to do. So first of all is to visit your favorite place. I went to my favorite place the other day, and I was going to film this so beautifully, but I got nervous. Just gotta put that out there. I have social anxiety, so filming outside is a bit scary. But yeah, so go to your favorite place. It could be your favorite coffee shop. Mine is a library. It's the Liverpool Central Library. If you are ever in Liverpool, UK, go. It is beautiful. So that is my favorite place, but like I said, it could be a coffee shop, it could be a park, it could be your best friend's house. Just go to your favorite place. Sometimes just getting out of the house is perfect for your mind. Number one and two can actually be done together, and that is to socialize. Socializing is an innate part of who we are as human beings. We need to socialize. We are innately social beings. Now, obviously, some of us, myself included, are more inclined to introversion, so prefer to be alone more often than with other people, like an extrovert might be. But even the most extreme introvert needs to spend some time with other people. We need to have relationships and bonds. There is a lot of science behind it. If you want a whole video on the importance of social relationships, I can totally do it. But let's just say it is extremely important for your physical and your mental health. So make sure that you are socializing with your favorite people. Try and make them positive people. You know, do something fun like visiting your favorite place, or actually any of the other things that I'm going to mention on this list you can do with other people. And then you're getting multiple benefits from this self-care video, right? So number 3 is to play a game. Again, you can do this with someone else, or you can play a single player video game. I have a Nintendo Switch, and so sometimes I'll play that. It's just a good way of switching off if that's what you're into. If not, read your favourite book. That is my favourite thing. I love to curl up with a good book and a cup of coffee. Sometimes a cup of tea. I'm not a huge tea drinker. I used to be, but I'm not anymore. So I'll drink some coffee and curl up with a good book. But if I'm having a hard time, my favourite thing to do is reread a favourite book. You can probably guess what mine is. I mean, it's in the background of all of my videos somehow. And it's so comforting to read a book that you've loved for years. It could be a book that you fell in love with as an adult. It could be a book you fell in love with as a child. Whatever it is, it's just extremely comforting to go back into that world, immerse yourself in that world. Like, you know what's going to happen. There's no suspense. But they're familiar. They're familiar characters. They feel like friends. So that is an amazing way to deal, like, just to unwind, especially if you're having a hard day. Get your favourite book. Or maybe you're not a gamer. Maybe you don't really like to read. So my next tip is to watch your favourite TV show, your favourite movie. Again, it's the same as, you know, going back to your favourite book. Going back to your favourite show or your favourite movie is the same as immersing yourself in your favourite book, because you know these characters, you know what's going to happen. You can always start a new show as well. I prefer, when I'm having a bad day, to go for something really light, you know, like, not gonna lie, love a good cartoon. So cartoons or a comedy. I'm really into stand-up comedy right now on Netflix. I've watched quite a few. If you have any recommendations, let me know. Yeah, just something that will make you smile, you know, or feel cozy inside. So those 3 or 4 things you can do with someone else, or you can do alone. And they are just amazing for your mental health. Number 6 is to get creative. It doesn't have to be, you know, like this big artsy thing. You don't have to make artsy videos as much as I would love to do. It could be as simple as just grabbing a colouring book and some pencils and colouring in. Just mindlessly colouring in. I personally don't like adult colouring books, so I use the children's ones. I just find the adult ones are just too busy, and it makes me, I am a bit of a perfectionist, so when I have these adult ones, I feel like I have to make it absolutely perfectly beautiful and stay in the lines, even though, like, they can be tiny lines. So, like, I'm really concentrating. But with a kids one, I just go crazy, you know? I become a child again, and it's soothing and satisfying, and it gets you out of your head, you know? It's like meditating. You just focusing on that one thing, the feel of the pencil and or the pen or the crayon even, and it just is nice, you know? So just do something creative that you find fun. Find this one a bit daunting, but seriously, colouring, mindlessly drawing, just have fun, you know? And last but not least, one that you might not expect and is extremely controversial, but that is mindlessly scrolling through social media. I mean, I know this one will make you laugh because everyone's like, oh, stay off social media, it's so bad for you. And it is, but only if you follow the wrong sorts of people. I mean, I'm not saying those people are bad, I'm saying the content isn't positive and uplifting. So if you are following people that make you feel frustrated, making you compare yourself to them, or you just don't feel good when you see their content, they're the wrong kinds of people to be following. However, if you're following people who make you smile, make you laugh, I love a good comedy content. Like I said, comedy is my favorite. If they inspire you, if they just make you feel good about yourself, then they are amazing people to follow, and scrolling through social media will actually benefit you, you know? Just mindlessly scrolling, seeing cute pictures of puppies or babies, whichever one you prefer, both. Seeing a funny parody maybe, or just a funny video, inspirational quotes, your dream house. Pinterest is amazing for this. I actually use Pinterest for funny posts, actually. I love it. Just that is actually really good, because your self-care isn't about this luxurious thing. It's about getting out of your head and taking care of your mental and physical well-being. So these 7 things, they're good for you, especially the socializing. I can't emphasize how much socializing is important for you, and I think I actually will do a whole video on it because it is so important. Just make sure that you take some time for you, you know? Don't think about everything that you need to get done. Take some time, do one of these things or all of these things, and just you can have a whole self-care day where you do all of these things. They don't take long, and they can take long if you want them to. Just as long as you are doing things that make you happy, then you are doing self-care right. It's just, you know, simple as that, basically. That is what self-care is. It doesn't have to be commercialized. You don't have to spend any money on it at all. You don't have to practice mindfulness. You don't have to do yoga if you're not into yoga. Sometimes just getting a shower, putting on some clean pajamas is enough self-care. You know, at the end of the day, get a shower, wash the day off, put on some clean pajamas, and then either get into bed or do something else relaxing and fun. You know, like, it's not difficult. I know it can seem difficult to make any time for yourself when you're busy, but if you do any of these things, then you're looking after yourself. Obviously, if you're doing these things while stressing about what you need to be doing, then that's completely different. That's just procrastination. But switching off just for 5 minutes each day is massively, massively beneficial for you. And I am starting to lose my voice, so I'm going to end it here, and I hope you found this video beneficial. If you have any unique self-care tips, please let me know. I'm always looking for, unique things. And yeah, I will talk to you all then. Bye!